In this video tutorial, I want that you learn how to count and determine the size of a collection of embryos. So you can do it one by one, or you can just tell FIJI to help you to do it. And in this case, it's possible to do it. So let me show you what you have to do. So to do that, you have to open FIJI. Here my FIJI is already open. Then the next step is to go and you have to open your image of the embryo, and it's very easy. You go File, Open Sample Embryo. So and here, so File, Open Samples, and here the one that say embryos. Here you get this image. I'm going to just make it smaller by clicking here in the left, something that I'm sure that you already know how to do it. In case that you want to see the entire image, I remind you that you can zoom in and zoom out, and there are different tutorials to do that. I will show you in a second a tutorial to do that. In my case, I just go to here, control right click, and here I can see the entire image. So here you have the same image, and here you see the scale bar. They can tell you that this is 100 micrometers. So here you can see that each one of these embryos is around 10 micrometers, but let's go and confirm that. So the next step is to calibrate the scale bar to make sure that everything is okay. So the next step is to draw a line over a scale bar and select it. So I will show you how to do it. If you have a question about how to make a scale bar, here you have a tutorial. If you have a question on how to zoom in or zoom out, there is another tutorial, but let me show you how you do it. So first you go here, as I showed here, just click and try to make a line, and I went on top of the black line. If you want to make sure that you're doing a good job, you can go here, you can go Ctrl plus and use, if you want the hand to scroll, you can click where you want to scroll, and here, so as you can see, I can make my measurement even more accurate. So now it's here. It doesn't have to be completely perfect, but if it's like this or like this, it's not a good idea. It has to be relatively similar. And then let's go to the next step. The step 4 is to go to Analyze, Set a Scale. So Analyze, Set a Scale, and then you fill these values when you get this box. So go here to Analyze, Set a Scale, and they tell you, please, here you have to have 100 micrometers here, and global. It means that this, if you don't change this scale from now on, it will keep using this as a scale. Then you click OK, and now you set your scale. The next step is to confirm that you're in right measurements. So here they will show you it has to be very close to 100. So first thing, you are going to select a line and you're going to put it on top of here, and here you can see it has to be very close to 100, but not exactly 100, because you will have to get very close and be extremely careful. And this is close enough. If it's 99.8 or 99 or it's 100, is good enough. So let me show you. I go and click align, select the line, then again I do the same thing, and look, if you see the value of the length is 114. If I even get, and this is oh look, I got exact value. Generally you don't get the exact value, but you get something very close. So if you get there 100, great. If you get 128, good enough. If you get 101, 103, maybe you should recheck. If you get 300, if you have any question, just let me know. So we make sure that this is working. Now the next step is to convert the image from RGB, all these colors, to a black and white. And how you do it, you go to image type and you go 8 bits. So image type 8 bits. So you go from red, green, and blue color, and you now with 8 bits, you're just going to make 2 colors. And if you want to, I'm going to Control minus to zoom out. You can see the entire image. Okay, so and if you see here, I'm pointing that it went from RGB, and here it went to 8 bits. So if you see here, here you can see that I went to 8 bits. Yeah, this is a way to confirm. Now let's go to the step number 7. In this step, I'm going to try to make this image binary. Yeah, so here we have a gradient of colors. Now I'm going to make it just black and white so the software can measure it. So you have to do this. Go to process, here's process, go to binary, and then you make it binary. So process, go here, go down, and you go to make binary. And now this is the image that we get. Okay, let's go to the step number 8. We are going to try to remove the scale bar because now this is the software. We don't want that it measure this, the scale bar, this line. We don't need to measure it. So what are we going to do? We have to select the rectangle, select the image, and we are going to remove it. And the way that they do it is go to the rectangular selection. Don't matter how big it is, you can make it this big. The important is that it covers this region, and you go edit, clear, if you yeah, and good. Now please, the next step is to, now we have a black rectangle that is we don't want to count that black rectangle, so we have to turn this region into a white region. How we do it? So we're going to use color picker, and we're going to use the white from the background, and then so color picker, and then we paint it in a white color using this. So color picker, we pick the color white, and then we paint this region so the software can measure it. So very easy. Go and color pick a white region. So in this case, I can just go, I already pick it. Now I go to paint it, and now I click here and it's gone. Okay, let's go to step number 10. Now we want to do the measurements. And to do the measurements, because generally you have to do it, you have to go to analyze particles. So analyze particles, and now you have this box, and here they are telling you what will be the size of the smallest particle that you're going to analyze. If you see, there are sometimes some small dots, and we don't want to measure those small dots because they are artifacts. This is not what we want to measure. So we can say here they suggest us to measure it from 20 to infinity. We are going to show outlines. So here, if you see here, you have multiple options. We're going to pick outlines, display results. So here, display results, record stats. So we can record the stats, and then we click OK. Again, this is all here. If you see, there is a number in each one of this. So you can start measuring these things. Yeah. And they also give you the statistics. Yeah, they give you the area. They give you different values here that you can analyze them, the location, where it is in the X, in the Y axis. So with that you can play with those numbers. This number here, for example, here this number 1, the 47, for example, simpler, will correspond to this one, this 47, and this is the information of this one. Okay, so now to finish this, I want that you go here and take this data, you go and Control C and go to Excel and just paste it in Excel. Why? Because I want to make sure that you upload these two figures. Yeah, this one and this one, and your Excel table on Moodle, and I make sure that so I know that you did your work. Okay, if you have any doubt, just let me know. Have a good day. Bye.